All right, so we got my good buddy JB's rx7 in the shop with a 2J swap. This car was here last year, and we did wheel tubs and intercooler piping, but JB has upgraded the intercooler to 3-inch inlet and outlet, and he went back to a stock intake manifold, so we are going to make new intercooler piping to match with the intercooler and the intake. So it was 2.5-inch before, now we're going to step up to 3-inch piping. And before, I'll throw in some pictures of the piping and the work that I did last year to it. I did these pretty cool bulkhead connector style pass-throughs through the tubs, and they're a 2-piece piping setup because doing a 1-piece on this is not really ideal for servicing or just trying to pull the pipes and trying to squeeze a 1-piece through the fender tubs. So I'm going to do that again. Here's everything already pulled off the car. These are the bulkheads that I did last time, so I'm gonna do something similar this time, but with all 3-inch. The materials that we'll be using, got some 3-inch donuts, 2.5-inch donut, some plate to make more bulkhead plates with, and vibrant tubing, and got a 12-inch section of coupler we'll be using instead of just individual couplers. I have a cool coupler cutting. It's like a mount you put in the vise, and you can like measure and cut perfect length couplers with it, so it's pretty cool. I'll show you guys that tool and show you how to use it and why I chose to use not pre-cut couplers. And yeah, so I'm going to make a solid effort to post more cool projects that I have come through the shop. I have been pretty busy with like production style work, but that stuff's not really interesting to film. So I got a cool project in the shop, so I'm gonna film this process, and hopefully you guys enjoy this type of content. So yeah, I've kind of already got started on the car. Like I said, I pulled the piping out. I did already open up these holes some, tried to not mess up the paint, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start tearing into this, and hopefully get some tubes laid soon. All right, so I've been debating how I wanted to start this side charge pipe. I was thinking of starting from the turbo first, but I really think I should start at the bulkhead, because originally I wanted to do a straight piece right here, and then a coupler, and then 90 donut into the turbo, and then 90 off of the turbo, and then a straight coupler, and then just this one straight piece connecting the turbo to this bulkhead. Another thing I could do is do a 90 donut on the bulkhead, and then a just a straight tube and a straight coupler. Not sure how I want to do that yet. I think I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting these plates for the bulkheads, and go from there. Yeah, I'm still not sure what route I want to go, so let's go ahead and get these plates cut, and I'll make up my mind what I think is going to be best. So I got this plate right here. It's 4 inches wide about 100 mil. So I'm just gonna cut it 4-inch, or 100 mil, whatever you wanna, whatever units you wanna measure with. So I'm just gonna do 100 mil, and cut 2 of them, and then probably drill out the holes in the centers, and shape the plate to the tub, and get the mounting holes drilled. So let's get this cut in some pieces. Alright, so I got the bulkhead plates cut out for the intercooler piping that go to the fender tubs. So this is kind of how that turned out when it's installed. It's nice countersunk hardware, nice machined bevel all the way around the plate. Inside, I'm going to start on this charge pipe, since I think this is going to be the most difficult one. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do here yet, but I'm just going to go along, and whatever feels right is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start by pulling this compressor housing off and cutting this off, and start mocking up a 90 and a reducer. So let's go ahead and get into that. Alright, so we got this side charge pipe done up to the bulkhead. Bulkhead's done, bolted in. I even, this one was going to be a little tricky to get to, so I welded that nut in. I may do the rest of them too, just for ease of install. But this pipe came out as tight as possible without rubbing anything. Came out pretty sweet. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pull this off, get it welded up. Then we're going to go start from the bulkhead to the turbo, and this side will be done, and we can move on to the other side. Alright, so we just finished the hot side charge pipe on JB's car, and this is the bulkhead tube to the inlet of the turbo. Came out pretty sweet. Alright, so the passenger side charge pipe, which is the hot side, is complete. Put the last coupler on and tighten everything down, pull the compressor off, got the elbow welded on there, got the step up from 2 inch to 2.5 and 2.5 to 3 as requested. Got the nice Plasma Man donuts, I guess. Nice clean routing. Pretty happy. So next up, this side. Alright, so I mentioned about that straight section of coupler that I had that was like 12 inches long. Why I bought that over pre-cut or pre-set length couplers. And it's because I have this cool new coupler cutter from Redback Performance that Ferocious actually supplied to me. And this allows you to precisely cut your couplers to whatever length you need, and sometimes you need shorter couplers. For instance, these 90s from Vibrant come with these super long legs, and a lot of times, depending on space constraints, you don't need that much leg because you're going to run into something. And I had an instance on JB's FC where in the engine bay on the bulkheads, I needed a short enough coupler for the space that I have in there. But also, I didn't order enough material, so I need to cut some couplers out of this to finish what I have over there. So I already got the height or length set that I need. So, and pretty much got this thumb screw you loosen, set the height, and then these pins slide into these preset holes to give it, you know, to keep it parallel. Just without these pins in, it could rock a little bit. So, and it's got all these like dies, I guess you could call them, all different sizes you need for all the different coupler sizes available. They kind of just locate the coupler while you cut it. So once you get it slid down, you just kind of screw the razor right in there. Bam. Pierced. And then you just spin it around. And I noticed you kind of want to spin it by the coupler below the blade, because I actually did have a not so clean cut once I got to the end of it. There's just a little tiny lip. Still way better than razor blading it by hand, but super clean cut. It's kind of got a little bit of a lip right there, but whatever. Way better, way straighter, super clean than any other method I've ever used for cutting couplers. And now I have a usable, nice, clean cut 3-inch coupler. Bam. All right, we got JB's FC finished. He had one last special request, and that was a heat shield for the intake that is directly right behind the radiator. He was dealing with some intake air temp issues last year, so I whipped up this little heat shield. Kind of just clamps around the filter, and hopefully it doesn't suck in too much hot air from this fan. We could even rotate it a little bit to get it away from the fan even more. But yeah, hopefully that will